Shanti Shanti. Om Sthavakaya cha dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Sthavakaya cha dharmasya Sarvadharma Swarupine Avatara Varishtaya Ramakrishna Math. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all religions, the Supreme God Incarnate, who came to establish universal religion. Let us pray to him to lead us from the unreal to the real, to lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge, to lead us from death to immortality. Today's topic I have chosen from the Gospel: Purify the Subconscious Mind. It is the subconscious mind that determines our character. Whether a person is good or bad depends upon the state of his subconscious mind. So this subconscious mind carries all the impressions acquired through various actions in lives. So it's a Herculean task to purify the subconscious mind. In order to experience peace and bliss of the divine, this subconscious mind has to be purified. Spiritual practice means purifying the subconscious mind. That's why Sri Ramakrishna used to say, holy company is very essential. And repeating divine name is equally essential. Meditating on the divine is also very important. All these things will help us to purify the subconscious mind. If we understand this point, then it means how we need to be very careful from the time we wake up every day to the time we go to bed in the night. In what way we are conducting ourselves, our life in this world. In what way we are acquiring impressions into the mind. That's very important. The person always involving in too much of external activity, worldly affairs, worldly matters, name, power, position, naturally his mind will be affected by these contacts. So, suffering comes because of the impurities of the subconscious mind. Sri Ramakrishna said in the Gospel that Brahman of the nature of reality is eternal. It exists in past, present and future. It is without beginning or end. It is ever existent. It cannot be described in words. The utmost that can be said of Brahman is that it is of the very nature of intelligence and bliss. Sri Ramakrishna said further, the world is illusory. Why? Because the world is constantly changing. So it is not real. Brahman alone is real. Sri Ramakrishna compares this world to a magic. The world is of the nature of magic. Magic is not true. The magician is real, but the magic is unreal. So there was a young man. He asked a question, Master, if the world is of the nature of illusion, magic, then why doesn't one get rid of it? Sri Ramakrishna said, one is not able to get rid of it because of the samskaras. Inborn tendencies rooted in the subconscious mind. They are the stumbling block. Repeated births in this world of Maya make one believe that Maya is real. Sri Ramakrishna gives a wonderful story regarding how powerful the inborn tendencies are. Remarkable story. There was a prince. He was in his previous birth was the son of a washerman. While playing with his chums in his incarnation as a prince, he said to them, "Stop these games. I will show you a new one." The prince said, "I shall lie on my belly and you will beat the clothes on my back as a washerman does, making a swishing sound." That is the force of samskara. Many youngsters come here, Sri Ramakrishna said, but only a few long for God. These few are born with a spiritual tendency. They shudder at the talk of marriage. Niranjan has said from boyhood that he will not marry. More than 20 years ago, two young men used to come here from Baranagar. One was named Govindapal and the other Gopal Sen. They had been devoted to God since boyhood. The very mention of marriage would frighten them. Gopal used to have Bhava Samadhi. He would shrink from worldly people as a mouse from a cat. One day, he saw the boys of the Tagore family strolling in the garden. He shut himself in the kuti, lest he should have to talk with them. Gopal went into Samadhi in the Panchavati. In that state, he said to me, as Sri Ramakrishna is telling, touching my feet, "Let me go. I can't live in this world anymore. You have a long time to wait." He's telling to Sri Ramakrishna, "Let me go." And Sri Ramakrishna said, I said to him in an ecstatic mood, You must come again. Very well, I will, he said. A few days later, Govinda came to me. I asked, where is Gopal? He said, Gopal has passed away. What are the other youngsters about? Money, house, carriage, clothes, and finally marriage. These are the things that keep them busy all the time. If they want to marry, at the outset they make inquiries about a girl. they want to find out for themselves whether she is beautiful. Sri Ramakrishna said, there is a person who speaks much ill of me. He is always criticizing me for loving the youngsters. I love only those who are born with good tendencies, pure souls with longing for God, who do not pay any attention to money, creature comforts, and such things. If married people develop love for God, they will not be attached to the world. Hirananda is married. What if he is? He will not be much attached to the world. So, subconscious mind, very, very important. You have to definitely purify your subconscious mind if you are really aspiring to overcome sufferings in the world. We all know something about our conscious mind. At least we can make certain presumptions about our consciousness. Consciousness, for most of us, is a fact of the awareness of our thinking, feeling, and doing. Although the reactions to the stimuli may differ from person to person, or even in the same person from time to time, the fact that everyone is capable of reacting is taken as a sign of consciousness. These conscious acts are sometimes termed as conscious mind. Similarly, certain acts are performed reflexively or without conscious awareness. For instance, mind goes on thinking bad thoughts despite attempts to control them. From where such thoughts as anger, lust, jealousy, hatred, and even desire to harm others come. Same is the case with good or noble thoughts also. Selflessness predominates in some persons to the extent that these persons give up everything and start working for the welfare of the world. From where do such thoughts arise? They arise from the subconscious mind. Subconscious mind is the sum total of our past experiences. What we feel, think, or do forms the basis of our experience. These experiences are stored up in the form of subtle impressions in our subconscious mind. These impressions interact with one another and give birth to tendencies. We become prone to react in a particular way to a particular situation or stimulus depending upon the tendencies in our subconscious mind. The resultant of these tendencies determines our character. Depending on the strength and nature of their character, people respond to the same stimuli or the situation in differing ways. The reaction varies according to the character of the individual. Let us try to understand this concept with an example. The hot summer dries up everything, including the weeds in a farm, and the field appears barren. Apparently, there is nothing but black soil. Soon the rains soak the land, and embedded seeds sprout up and fill the field with unwanted weeds again. The farmer never desired to have them, but when certain conditions were fulfilled, the weed came to life. The rainwater, the weather, and the seeds were sufficient to cause the weed to appear above the ground. However, the weed did not come with the rainwater or from sky or somewhere else. The weed was always present in the seed form, in the soil itself. Same is the case with us. There are impressions in the subtle form in our subconscious mind. On coming with contact with certain external factors, the necessary conditions are fulfilled and these subtle impressions surface in their manifest form. For example, suppose there is silent, unseen and unknown tendency to take alcohol or to smoke in our subconscious mind. Necessary conditions in the form of a friend, a bar, a cigarette vendor, etc. would bring forth a desire to drink or to smoke. And we are in there. Another person has a latent or dormant tendency to seek God. The necessary external stimuli in the form of a scriptural text, meeting a holy person, visiting a temple attracts the person. And what a wonder! The person is totally immersed in various spiritual practices. He becomes God-centered. There never was any conscious effort or desire or thought to drink, to smoke or to seek God. But fulfillment of necessary conditions was responsible for activating impressions in subconscious mind and thus followed a particular behavior. But what about our free will? Can we not choose the way we will react to a given condition or circumstances? Yes, we can choose, but the will is not absolutely free. The will by which I make choices, how it behaves? It behaves in accordance with my character, the sum total of all past deeds, thoughts and feelings, the impressions not only from the present life, but also the whole record of many past lives that the subconscious mind carries. Then, is there no way out? There is. It is to follow the psychology of spiritual science. We have to empty the mind of all unwanted subconscious impressions and tendencies, the weeds. It is almost an impossible task. Almost, but not totally impossible. It is possible to change the contents of mind, just as it is possible to sow groundnut seed so as to start replacing the weed. And as we have seen that the conscious experiences get stored up as subconscious impressions, we have to control and handle both conscious and subconscious mind. Our actions, thinking and feeling should be such that the subconscious mind is cleansed of its dirty contents. What's the method? Suppose you have the problem of cleaning a dirty ink bottle that is fastened to the table. You can't pick it up and empty the ink out. What will it do? You pour clean water in the bottle and the ink and the dirt will come out. You keep pouring in the clean water until all the ink and the dirt have been washed out and the bottle contains nothing but clean water. In the same way, although it is not possible to empty the mind by throwing out the contents of consciousness and making it blank, what one can do is to keep pouring clean water of pure thoughts of God, divinity, spirituality, virtues like love, selflessness, altruism, etc. into the mind until all the dirt of past impressions spills out. During spilling out of this dirt, our character may appear miserable and suspect, but that is natural during the cleaning operation. The dirt of hundreds of past births may take quite some time to clear. Therefore, patience and perseverance are essential. One may feel dejected and depressed, and therefore a teacher and holy company is necessary. Sympathetic friends and attachment to a spiritual group are helpful. Purer the mind, the better is the reflection of divine or truth therein. And to the degree the impressions on the mind are reduced, to that extent purer it becomes. Restlessness of mind and the number of desires have direct relation. Therefore, we have to reduce and control our desires. But this may create vacuum, and hence it is better to desire for grace of God or for ability to discriminate and to have dispassion. In short, to tackle the subconscious mind, one should start filling the mind with noble thoughts by way of practice of meditation and yoga, discrimination and renunciation, selfless work and devotion. So, that is the way to purify the subconscious mind. To the extent we purify the subconscious mind, to that extent we feel the glory of the divine within. So Sri Ramakrishna always used to say, have holy company, read holy scriptures, try to maintain purity in life, try to cultivate all qualities, noble qualities, be helpful and serviceable. That's the way to counteract the impurities of the mind. So, we have to step up our struggle to purify the subconscious mind. One way is consciously not allowing anything that would affect the subconscious mind. And by constantly thinking noble thoughts, we will be able to replace the impurities of the subconscious mind. The whole purpose of spiritual practice is to purify the mind. Once the mind is purified, then you will see your own true self in the mind. As Sri Ramakrishna used to say in the Gospel, in the final analysis, the purest mind and Atman are inseparable. So let us try to maintain purity. Purify the subconscious mind. That is the purpose of spiritual practice. Girish and Dr. Sarkar began to talk about the science association established by the latter. Master said, will you take me there one day? Doctor, if you go there, you will lose all consciousness at the sight of the wondrous work of God. Master, oh indeed. Doctor said to Girish, whatever you may do, please don't worship him as God. You are turning the head of this good man. Girish said, what else can I do? Oh, how else shall I regard a person who has taken me across the ocean of the world, and what is still more, the ocean of doubt? There is nothing in him that I do not hold sacred. Can I ever look on even his excreta as filthy? Doctor said, this question of excreta doesn't bother me. I too have no feeling of repugnance. Once a grocer's child was brought to my office for treatment. His bowels moved there. All covered their noses with clothes. But I sat by his side for half an hour without putting a handkerchief to my nose. Besides, I cannot cover my nose when the scavenger passes by me with a tub on his head. No, I can't do that. I know very well that there is no difference between a scavenger and myself. Why should I look down on him? Can't I take the dust of his, meaning Sri Ramakrishna's feet? Look here. The doctor saluted Sri Ramakrishna and touched the master's feet with his forehead. Girish said, oh, the angels are saying, blessed be this auspicious moment. Doctor said, what is there to marvel at in taking the dust of a man's feet? I can take the dust of everybody's feet. Give me, all of you, the dust of your feet. The doctor touched the feet of all the devotees. Narendra said to the doctor, we think of Master as a person who is like God. Do you know, sir, what it is like? There is a point between the vegetable creation and the animal creation where it is very difficult to determine whether a particular thing is a vegetable or an animal. Likewise, there is a stage between the man world and the God. Man world and the God world, where it is extremely hard to say whether a person is a man or God. Doctor said, well, my dear young friend, one cannot apply analogies to things divine. Narendra said, I don't say that he is God. What I am saying is that he is a godlike man. Doctor, one should suppress one's feelings in such a matter. It is bad to give vent to them. Alas, no one understands my own feeling. Even my best friend thinks of me as a stern and cruel person. Even people like you will perhaps one day throw me out after beating me with your shoes. Master said, don't say such a thing. They love you so much. They await your coming as eagerly as the bridesmaids in the bridal chamber await the coming of the groom. Girish said, everyone has the greatest respect for you. Doctor, my son and even my wife think of me as a hard-hearted person. My only crime is that I do not display my feelings. Girish said, in that case, sir, it would be wise for you to open the door of your heart, at least out of pity for your friends. For you see that your friends cannot otherwise understand you. Doctor, will you believe me when I say that my feelings get worked up even more than yours? To Narendra, he said, I shed tears in solitude. He said to Sri Ramakrishna, well, may I say something? When you are in ecstasy, you place your foot on others' bodies. That's not good. Master said, do you think I know at that time that I am touching another with my foot? Doctor said, you feel that it is not the right thing to do, don't you? Master said, how can I explain to you what I experienced in Samadhi? After coming down from that state, I think sometimes that my illness may be due to Samadhi. The thing is, the thought of God makes me mad. And all this is the result of my divine madness. How can I help it? Doctor said, now he accepts my view. He expresses regret for what he does. He is conscious that the act is sinful. Master said to Narendra, you are very clever. Why don't you answer? Explain it all to the doctor. Girish said to doctor, sir, you are mistaken. He is not expressing regret for touching the bodies of his devotees during Samadhi. His own body is pure, untouched by any sin. That he touches others in this way is for their good. Sometimes he thinks that he may have got this illness by taking their sins upon himself. Think of your own case. Once you suffered from colic, didn't you have regrets at that time for sitting up and reading till very late at night? Does that prove that reading till the late hours of the night is in itself a bad thing? He, Sri Ramakrishna too, may be sorry that he is ill, but that doesn't make him feel that it is wrong on his part to touch others for their welfare. Dr. Sarkar felt rather embarrassed and said to Girish, I confess my defeat at your hands. Give me the dust of your feet. He saluted Girish. Doctor said to Narendra, whatever else one may say about him, meaning Girish, one must admit his intellectual powers. Narendra said to the doctor, you may look at the thing from another standpoint. You can devote your life to scientific research without giving a thought to your health or comfort. But the science of God is the grandest of all sciences. Isn't it natural for him to risk his health to realize him? Doctor said, all religious reformers, including Jesus, Chaitanya, Buddha and Muhammad, were in the end filled with egotism. They all said, whatever I say is alone true. How shocking. Girish said to the doctor, now sir, you are committing the same mistake. You are accusing them all of egotism. You are finding fault with them. For that very reason, you too can be accused of egotism. Dr. Sarkar remained silent. Narendra said to the doctor, we offer worship to him bordering on divine worship. At these words, the master laughed like a child. That completes the chapter 47. Next Tuesday, I will begin the chapter 48 in the company of devotees of Champakor. Let us try to purify our subconscious mind. That's the topic of today. Chant the name of the Lord and His glory unceasingly, that the mirror of the heart may be wiped clean, and quench that mighty forest fire worldly lust, raging furiously within. O name stream down in moonlight on the lotus heart, opening its cup to knowledge of thyself. O self, drowned deep in the waves of his bliss, tasting his nectar at every step, bathing in his name that bath for weary souls. Various are thy names, O Lord. In each and every name thy power resides. No times are set, no rites are needful for chanting of thy name. So vast is thy mercy, how huge then is my wretchedness, who find in this empty life and heart no devotion to thy name. O my mind, be humbler than a blade of grass, be patient and forbearing like a tree, take no honor to thyself, give honor to all, chant unceasingly the name of the Lord. O Lord and soul of the universe, mine is no prayer for wealth or retinue, the playthings of lust or the ties of fame. As many times as I may be reborn, grant me, O Lord, a steadfast love for thee. A drowning man in this world's fearful ocean is thy servant, O sweet one. In thy mercy consider him as just beneath thy feet. Ah, how I long for the day when an instant's separation from thee, O Lord, will be a thousand years, when my heart burns away with its desire, and the world without thee is a heartless void. Prostrate at thy feet let me be, in unwavering devotion, neither imploring the embrace of thine arms, nor bewailing the withdrawal of thy presence, though it tears my soul asunder. O thou who stillest the hearts of thy devotees, do with me what thou wilt, for thou art my heart's beloved, thou and thou alone. O Lord, lead us from the unreal to the real, lead us from darkness to light, and lead us from death to immortality. May all be free from dangers, may all realize what is good, may all be actuated by noble thoughts, may all rejoice everywhere, may all be happy, may all be free from disease, may all realize what is good, may none be subject to misery. May the wicked become virtuous, may the virtuous reign tranquility, may the tranquil be free from bonds, may the freed make others free. May good betide all people, may the sovereign righteously rule the earth, may all beings ever attain what is good, may the worlds be prosperous and happy. May the clouds pour rain in time, may the earth be blessed with crops, May all countries be freed from calamity. May holy men live without fear. May the Lord, the destroyer of sins, the presiding deity of all sacred works, be satisfied. For he being pleased, the whole universe becomes pleased. He being satisfied, the whole universe being satisfied.